Today we're starting our second van living experience.
So this is kind of funny. We've been camping our whole lives, backpacking our whole lives, living in an Airstream for almost a year now, and we're stressing out about van living for a week. It's so funny. I just don't know what to take, what I'm going to need. There's a lot of unknown. And since we've been out on the road, we watch way less YouTube than we used to. So we don't have time to follow every other van lifer or Airstreamer. We don't really know what's going on in their lives. We haven't really picked up a whole lot of tips about the best way to van life. So this is going to be a crash course. We're going to screw up, but we'll figure out what works well for us. Right now I'm trying to decide how much clothing to bring. I really have no idea. I mean, if it was a camping trip, I could get by with the same shirt every day, and so I technically could. We're going to be going to church, so I need my church clothes. Just an interesting balance, and we don't have like a hanging curtain rod in the van anyway, so it's been interesting to say the least.
I really feel like I'm doing this blind, but I'm excited. It's going to be cool. We got to get our feet wet at some point. It's been really nice. After driving up here to Humboldt County, we have been staying with some friends here on their farm, which is absolutely beautiful. They've been great to have us, and it's been nice to have a couple of days to kind of regroup and get ready for this.
Well, my lunch hour's almost over. Teresa is going to be driving while I work, heading into town to get some good signal. This is going to be quite the experiment for us. Just remember, we're being vulnerable by showing you all the mistakes we make, so take it easy in the comments section. We're new at this. Well, Teresa and I have spent most of the day in the local library working. Fender's hanging out in the car, drinking his water, laying down. And we've got a few things to do tonight to make the van a little bit more livable. I want to wire in the fantastic fan. Shoot, I left the LED lights in the Airstream. We're not going to have lights this trip. That's okay, I can do that later. But it is really nice having this area be usable and kind of a little living space. We do need a lounge area for one more person though. Well, maybe two if Fender's going to take my seat. I need to sit there. Good boy. You're so smart. It's very different though from RVing. We don't have running water. Every van's different, so there's no such thing as one van life experience. But we don't have running water. We don't have a sink. We have a camping stove, but we don't use it inside. Pretty much all we have is a fridge, a place to sleep, our fan, and a roof to keep the rain off of us. We don't have a heater in here. We don't have a lot of things that we have in the Airstream. But it also comes with a lot of perks. It's light, it's more mobile, it's more nimble. We can park on the street, work in here, and not draw too much attention. Like if we had the Airstream, the van fits so many more places. We can get way back in the woods that we could never do with the Airstream. So, no, we're not selling the Airstream. We love it as a house. But this is a big reason we bought the van, so we could store the bikes and gear, but also so we could get off the beaten path a little bit better when we don't have the Airstream.
It's about 2 o'clock. Steve is just checking the video that I edited, and then we can get that uploaded, and I'm going to make some sandwiches for lunch.
So last night we were frantically packing and didn't have time to fully plan our route for being in the van. So we're going to wing it day by day. Here's how we start. MTB project. We are outside of Loleta, south of Eureka. It looks like there's some cool trails here in Hoopa. So we want to ride there. There's not a whole lot in the northernmost part of California. A little bit in Crescent City, but they're all short little guys. And they're not rated that great. When you look at them, they're like 2 stars. Oh, that one looks cool. I'll have to ride that one. But that's kind of how we decide where to go. Then we also get out our 4G map to see where the 4G is to make sure we can work from there. And if not, we have to calculate how far we have to drive to get to a spot where we can work from. But I think that's what we're going to do is bounce from Eureka up to this Hoopa Native American reservation up there to ride these trails. So that's where we're going. Looks like we're about almost 2 hours away.
Head east.
We'll see how it goes.
California is a huge state. Just to put things in perspective, we're almost 300 miles north of San Francisco right now, and we're still probably at least a couple hours from the Oregon border. There is a lot of remote stuff here in Northern California. You know, we're a long ways from all the crazy traffic and the freeways. Here in Humboldt County, it's so remote, like there's only a few ways into the county, and it helps you realize why things are so expensive when you go to the grocery stores. It's not easy to get stuff here. And when there's been a winter like this, where there's been so many mudslides because of all the rain, it makes things even trickier. But it's worth coming up here. It is such a beautiful wilderness, and it's cool to see that there is still so much wilderness here in California.
This is exactly why we wanted a 4x4 van, so we could explore these back roads. Once you get on the back roads, you can see a whole new part of the States that you don't normally see. And this is right up our alley. Pavement's nice when you're trying to cover a lot of ground, but when you're just trying to get in the backcountry and see what nature's like out here, we love dirt roads. And having 4x4, we're able to be prepared if there's a washout or if it's muddy or snowy, we're able to get through it. It's so freeing not having the trailer. We can just go right up the road, check stuff out, and not worry about backing up or finding a place to park it, or if we're rattling the trailer to death. It's really nice to just be in one vehicle. We may not be saying that at the end of the week, but right now it's really nice. We're about a half an hour up this logging road, and it is cool to be this remote. A little freaky being by yourself, like if something happened, like a flat tire or something, but it's a pretty well graded road, but it's so fun to get away from it all. This is our style of travel. I'm gonna follow the GPS up here. Pretty cool. Getting muddy, slippery. Whew, that is soft mud. We took out the Max Tracks to save weight and left them in the Airstream. That might have been a mistake. It looks like nobody's been on this road in a very long time, which could mean downed trees. Here we've had a downed tree with sticks that stick out, that those are big puncture damage to your sidewall. We have really strong sidewalls, but being alone and having to work tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to risk it there. I'm going to try and go around and see if I can find another way there. And if not, we'll just ride the bikes through here tomorrow and add a little to our ride. I'm glad we found a place to turn around. Now I hope nobody comes up the other way while we're going down, because there's no way we're going to be able to pass another full-size rig coming up this. Going down in the mud on the edge of a cliff is always a little bit scary, and I do wish I had my Max Tracks right now. Next time. Can you get out and spot me with my tires on that side of the rut? All those years of wheeling in Moab have paid off with Teresa. She's been the driver sometimes and been the spotter her own share of times too.
Really hoping I didn't get any poison oak opening and closing this gate.
This is what I imagined full-time RV life being like. Like this, just driving on dirt roads, camping. There's no way we could take the Airstream here. So this is closer to the version of camping and exploring that Cody and I and Trevor and all of us did in our trucks before I got the Airstream.
We made it to the trailhead, and I've got to say, I'm really surprised. There's like 4 or 5 vehicles here and a bunch of other riders. It's awesome. I was not expecting to see anyone up here.
We love Sparky the Airstream, but this van was the best idea.
Yeah, working is going to be the not cool part of it, but what it's going to allow us to do after work, it's going to be worth utilizing this van.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to go for a ride before it gets any colder. This dog is so excited to go riding, and this dog is so excited to go riding too. Nice people we met at the trailhead. Such a fun trail. Real flowy little berms, all these little jumps to launch off of, and we're not even on the jump trail yet. Oh, what amazing trails. Here's today's riding tip. When you come to a puddle, it's tempting to ride around it and stay dry, but that does more trail damage. It widens the trail, it just keeps getting wider and wider. Slow down, ride right through it, and then pick up your speed again. Woo, coming in hot. Still going nose down on that. She's getting faster.
So fun.
Let's go this way. Oh yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Funnest trail I've ridden this year. And that's saying something. Living in Moab for a month.
This is so much fun. I haven't ridden much flowy stuff except for Santa Cruz, and a lot of Santa Cruz stuff was a little over my head, a little steeper, and I'm still getting used to this kind of riding. This is perfect. It's really fun.
That is so fun. I can't wait to lap it tomorrow until I know every turn and hopefully clear every jump. I can clear about half of them now. Once I know where to brake and where not to brake, I should be able to do most of them. This is so fun.
We had a short ride, but a great ride, and the fog's rolled in. Looks kind of cool. We're gonna find a spot to camp.
Well, we found a great spot for the night, tucked up in the trees. Unfortunately, someone shot their clay pigeons up here. We'll be cleaning those up tomorrow, but nice to have a home before it's dark. So far, loving living out of the van. So we need to do something about lights in here. We knew we did. I just forgot to bring them this time. But is our big utility light in there?
Yeah.
Let's turn that on. We're up in the mountains, so it's kind of chilly in here actually. So it's going to be really nice to just hang out in the van.
Look how cute Fender is. He looks like a taco.
If we end up doing a ton of living in the van, I might consider a diesel hydronic heater. They're about $1,000 to $2,000 depending on the model you get. And they just sip diesel from your fuel tank. And since these are such small spaces, our buddy Mike has one and he's like, I run it for 20 minutes and I'm sweating all night. Which sounds heavenly to me because I love being warm at night. But we know we built this more as like a tent on wheels than really something with heaters and running water and all that. It's not really an RV. So who knows, maybe one day we will do that. But for now, we're just going to run the heater for 10 minutes, call it good. Well, the fog's rolling in and we are cooking dinner outside. We forgot our table. No big deal, we can cook on the ground. We don't want to cook inside the van. We have the Fantastic fan, which isn't wired yet, but it's over the bed. We don't want to blow all the cooking smells right outside to our camp to the van when we're sleeping in it. So we're at least outside of the van a good 10 feet. Having some grilled cheese sandwiches. We only brought one fork. Oops. We'll be sharing that tonight.
I meant to get more of those.
This is fun though. These are the memories we will remember forever. I'm loving this. We're just going to use our camping sleeping pads for now. Still working out the details, as you know, of some of the finishing touches in here, like wiring the fan, wiring the lights, putting in whatever bed we get. We're going to keep it low profile. It's about a full-size bed up there. We know a lot of you are worried we're not going to have enough room to sleep up here, but there's actually quite a bit of room up here. Yeah. It's not luxurious, but it's camping, and it works great because the bikes fit. That's more important. But we're going to call it a night. We will see you tomorrow.